Okay, so last video I did the ground movement. So this is where it should be left off. The eagle can't go left or right or back, just forward. You use the mouse to move. Then if I jump, even if I span jump, it'll only jump once. And then if I press left shift, it'll start running. If I let go left shift, it'll start walking. Sprint. There we go. Cool. So the flying. Okay. The flying. Okay. So here I'm going to just separate this and put this in a whole nother graph called flying. You don't have to do this. I just do it to maintain organization so I don't confuse myself. So what do I want to press? If you're flying, what should be the enter flying button? I'm going to use tab. Keyboard. So here. Set movement mode. Cool. Right? Perfect. Flip-flop. Which means it'll toggle between these two. So if I press tab, I want the eagle to start flying. If I press it again, I want it to start walking. Eagle's flying. Just like that. Tab, walk, fly. So perfect, right? So I just pressed space while I was flying. So if we go back to the eagle jump, you only want to execute this is flying if flying is not true. So branch. So if the eagle is not flying, so if flying is false, you want to do this. If it's true, you don't want to do anything. Whenever you press spacebar. Or if it's true, you can play another animation and use the same button. So I'm flying. If I press space, nothing happens. If I go on the ground, it starts happening again. Right? So the first thing the eagle needs to be able to do is move up and down. So just like here. I don't know if I even have a move up. Yeah, I didn't even add one of these. Alright, so I'm gonna go to project settings. Inputs. I didn't start using enhanced inputs yet. Axis mapping. I'm just gonna put move up. So to move up, I'm gonna use E, and for move down, I'm gonna use Q. The same flight controls as like the camera, the spectator camera. I'm gonna save. Then here, move up. There we go, perfect. I guess I'll set this as a variable. Call it move up. I think it's get up vector. This works too. Just put one. So basically if I move up, so I'm flying, yeah. Okay. There we go. So So I'm flying. I want to go up. I want to go down. Up, down. Cool. If I'm on the ground, does it work though? Nope. It doesn't work unless I'm flying. I can only move up if I'm flying. Okay. So I'm flying, I'm flying. Okay. Can't move backwards. I don't want that. Left to right. Can an eagle fly left to right? No, it can't. Okay, let's start. So, flying eagle. So if the eagle is flying, what do I want it to do? I guess I'll start off light. I guess I'll start off with a blend space. Yeah, I'll use the blend space for this. Find skeleton. And then right here, flying blend space. Speed. Actually, I'm gonna make this 2D blend space. I'm sorry for the constant pausing, but I'm thinking about how I want to do this. There's so many ways I can do it. There's so many ways I can do it. But for now, I'm just gonna put eagle flying. Okay, so I'm gonna use speed for this one. Actually, I'll put altitude. And this is gonna be relative to pitch. I'm gonna put 0.2. This will be speed. And I'll put 0 to 500. Wait, 2 grids. Yeah. Right, so I'm only going to use in place, and if the pitch is 0 and the speed is faster, I'm going to do this. Snap to grid. If this speed is lower, do that. It looks like this is stuttering. It's the animation. I don't know why. So this is why I use altitude, right? I mean, like, I'm gonna just title this pitch, right? So if the player is using their mouse and they're going up, I probably just want to use heavy, right? Because they're flying up. So therefore, the eagle would need more energy to fly up. So it would be flying heavy because it's going up. It's going against gravity. And even if the speed is 0, you still want to use fly heavy. Now, if the pitch is down and he's going at 500 speed, I want him to glide. If the pitch is going down, but he's going at, how much speed is this? Like 230? I want him to... There should be a dive somewhere. Yeah, legs down, right? There we go. Like that. Then if the speed is 0 and he's flying down. What's this look like? No. Want him to dive, yeah. Diving, this is legs up, legs down. What's the difference? This is more of a dive, yeah, this is a steeper dive. Okay, cool. So if the pitch is -90, I want him to use this. And the speed is 0. -90, speed is 0. If the speed is 250 and the pitch is -90, play this animation. If the speed is 500 and the pitch is -90, play this. So you can even add more variety to this, right? So I'll add 4, right? So right now, this will be, the pitch is -45. Right? Then I could add some to this slot, right? So if the pitch is -45, what does the animation look like again? So if the pitch is -45, I'm going to use legs down for all of them. But if it's 90, I want to just use legs up. And then I can add one more. So I'll multiply this, or I will make this 8, right? So this way I can add another slot. So right here, I want it to just glide. So if your pitch is -25, meaning the mouse is slightly down, I want them to glide. And then -45, and then boom. So I'm just gonna save this and test it out. Where am I? Okay. Okay, there we go. Cool. Then I'm just gonna plug in these variables, pitch and speed. So here I'm gonna go to max fly speed or yeah. So for now I'm gonna just start off at 200, right? And then right here left shift. So this is if the player is not walking. Here we go. So if the player is flying, create a macro. Eagle is flying. Great. Is flying, is not flying. So if the player is flying, do that. Okay. So if he's not flying, use the ground movement speed. I'm also going to make a macro out of this. Adjust ground speed. Okay. Character movement. Like this. So the eagle's not flying. Set this speed to 100. This to 40. Or 20. I think it's 20. But if the eagle is flying, copy and paste, adjust flight speed. This to be set max fly speed. There we go. There we go. The default is 200. And then I'll put the, if you press sprint, 500. Yeah. And the reason why I put that output there is in case I want to print string. So let's test it. Ready? So this is if this eagle is accelerating versus decelerating. So if he is accelerating, I'm going to use green. If he is decelerating, I'm going to use yellow. So he's flying, right? Look at that. The pitch is... Okay, cool. $200, $500. Okay, so we need the eagle to fly in a direction of like the way you're facing, right? So if I press move forward, set move forward, and then check branch, if the player is moving forward, if this is greater than 0, then execute this. If it's not greater than 0, then don't execute anything. If this is okay, so I probably want to do this here, right? So from here, I'm gonna add a movement input, put it on the X value as 1. This would be the value, right? And then you want to check another branch, right? So if eagle is flying, if he's not flying, execute this. But if he is flying, execute this. Put 1 on the x-axis, so that way he's always moving forward. The world direction, wait. Get camera, get forward vector. There we go. That's the world direction. There we go. Flying. I don't know why it's stuttering. It makes you not want to use the light. If I press this 500, it's using the heavy. I might just use the heavy for everything. I have no idea why the animations are stuttering. Alright, well, here we go. So, I'm going to browse animation. Eagle flying up. So if the eagle is flying up, I'm going to move the heavy to flying up. I'm going to copy and paste. So if he's flying 45 up, and then I'm going to do 90. So if he's flying 45 up, go to skeleton, change the pelvis, and I'm going to set this right here to 45. This way it automatically snaps to 45 degrees, or yeah. Boom. Key it, save it. And then for 90, I'm going to do the same thing. Key it, save it. Pitch 45. Pitch 45. $90. Shit. Now let's test it. Now it's following the pitch. Look at that. It's gliding. It's going down. Boom. I'm going to use the left and right for a lean. So I'm going to add that later. So perfect. This is working, right? So now if you're slightly tilted down, do that. And here. So I'm just going to adjust these to 90. I'm going to browse. And I'm going to add a new folder called Diving Down. Legs up. Okay. Copy and paste. Put 90. Same thing. Just gonna adjust the rig pelvis. Put that right here. Key it. There we go. Save it. Look at that. Dives down. Cool. Now I'm just apply an additive. Make it master service. Okay. Perfect. So ground lean, I'm just gonna change this to flight lean. Okay. CC or eagle pose. No additive. Browse. Put this in a folder called pose. Expand it. Call it ego pose. Ready? Lean R, then lean left. So if I'm leaning left, I'll even add, actually, I'm even gonna add like a little slate. Actually, that might not look good. Let's keep it like this. If I'm leaning right. Cool. Cool. So lean. 2. Should I put 1? Snap the grid. Smoothing time 0.2. Cubic. This is a curve. And the weight. I'm gonna put 3 actually. I want it to lean slowly. Then I'll put lean L. Then I'll put lean R. Oh. Okay. Let me add one more layer. 2. I'll put bind pose. Pose. There we go. Sweet. Yell delta times the -1. Negate it. I forgot these are additives, right? So, okay. So bind pose, I'm gonna browse it. And I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put underscore add. Right. So these are gonna be mesh base, scaled, and the ego pose is gonna be here. Scaled. What? You know what? I'm gonna do per frame. Local space per frame. Now let's see what happens. Why is this? There we go. Here I'm gonna change this to just apply additive. Okay. If I'm flying, I lean. It'll like lean into the turn. Look at that. So this right and back, I mean right and what do I call it? Yeah. That I'm gonna put flight directional turn. For this, I'm gonna use the these move right. -1, 1. Oh man. When it does that. Alright, so -1. Also uncheck this. -1, 1. There we go. That'll snap it back. Actually, I'll probably add 2. So here, browse the asset. Okay, and then 30. Oh. Left. Here. Right. Here. Left. Right. Sweet. So I'm gonna add another additive here. Gonna use a flight directional turn. Then boom. So now I just need to get these values. Keep everything the same. Yeah. In order to get these values, I go to event graph, event begin play, and from try get pawn owner. I'm only casting once, by the way. I'm promote this to a variable. Eagle. Then from eagle, go to functions, eagle ref. As eagle. Plug that in. Make sure this always says return value. It always has to say return value. Cool, now I can reference it in the blueprint thread safe animation, property access. As eagle, I'm gonna get the move right. Where are you? Here we go, cool. Promote this to a variable, move right. So what I just did is on the begin play, it's only gonna do it once. Cast the eagle, store it as a variable. This is now pure function, or pure whatever. It's pure. And then I use property access. I referenced it. I called it from the property access. From eagle, and then from eagle I can get any variable that I set in my my eagle blueprint. Any one. So that's pretty cool. You can reference anything you need. And it could affect the animation as you want it to affect. Let's move right. There we go. And then here we go. This variable. But first we have to make sure that the movement input, so whenever I move right or left, if the, there we go. I'm gonna use my macro just to make it look better. So if it's flying, you can move right or left, but if it's not flying, you can't use this. Tab, he's in the air. Ready, set a fight. It'll do that. Like that. One thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to replace the light because it's driving me insane. For some reason this is I'm just going to put fly heavy for all of them actually. For some reason it's stuttering. So there we go. Alright, I gotta replace that with the in place. There we go. gliding. This is all relative to mouse input. If I turn, look at that. And then you can adjust the speed as you like. Yeah. Before I end this video, I'm gonna do one more thing. And then the landing, I might do that in another video. Right here. Okay, so I'm probably gonna do one more video. Just make this a 3-series video. And then I'm going to, where I just enter the transitions between landing and flying. I might even add a land off tick. Basically, you land automatically whenever you're close to the ground. But I might not do that, because when I was playing with it, I didn't like it. I'd rather have full control of when I want to land. But yeah. So I'm gonna do one more video where I just do the transition between flying and ground, and I might add landing. I'm not sure yet. But thanks for watching.